Hello and welcome to Therapy Express with Rosanna. Thank you so much for watching today. I really debated whether I was going to do a video today or not because I have been experiencing a big stress in my life and I've been in an emotional roller coaster. If you follow my Facebook page, you guys have known that my dad has been in the hospital and fell and broke his femur and had surgery and got into a rehab home, and it has been nonstop since September the 16th. So I have been up and down, and most recently last Wednesday actually, he was taken by ambulance to the hospital emergency because he developed sepsis, which is a very serious infection. So from then on, my emotions became even worse. And we, on Thursday, actually went to say goodbye because the doctor said, you need to get here. So I wanted to do a video about loss or the possibility of loss. We are all going to go and we're all going to suffer loss in our lives. It's inevitable. But what do we do when we lose someone that we love? Or what do we do when we feel that we might lose somebody that we love? Right now, I feel like I'm in limbo. My whole family's in limbo. My dad is still in the hospital. He has been moved out of the ICU to a regular room, but he still has an infection. He's disoriented, and he is getting better. He didn't die last Thursday as we all assumed. He is a strong person, and I got to see him yesterday, and even though he couldn't speak very well, he was lucid for a while, and I was able to tell him I loved him, and we had a few moments. So what do I do when I'm feeling this surge of emotion? I thought if I could tell you what I've been doing, maybe it will help you. And perhaps you've already lost someone that you love. Or if you haven't, you will, because that is one of the saddest parts of our lives. And at the end of this, I am going to talk also about the loss of someone, even if they're not gone physically from this earth. You can experience that kind of loss as well, and it is just, or maybe even more painful. One of the things that I've noticed me feeling is helplessness. Like I can't do anything to make him better, to bring him home. It's helplessness. Like my hands are tied. And that's something that we have to accept because he's in a hospital. He's been taken care of by doctors and nurses who know what they're doing. So that helplessness, we have to look at it and we have to live with it. And there's no way around it. There's no way around the pain. There's no way that you can escape it. So we have to feel the helplessness and learn to live with it. And crying, I've been doing a lot of crying, and that's okay. I don't stop it because crying is good. It's a way, it's a release. And if we can release those emotions, then we are then getting through it in the best way that we can. One of the most important things that I found for myself is reaching out to my family and my friends. Family is one of the most important things. And if they can be there for you, then my God, lean on them. That's why family is there. And if you don't have a lot of family and you're experiencing the loss over the possibility of one, like I could be losing my dad, or maybe not. I have no idea. It's up in the air. But friends, I have leaned on my friends. They have been a huge source of support. My sons, my husband, it is an ongoing thing. So reach out. If you are in a situation where you don't know what's going to happen and you need someone to hold your hand, even if it's spiritually. I reach out to my brothers in South Carolina and we talk on the phone. We're both feeling the same thing. So if you have someone in your family that knows the person and can feel what you feel a sense of connection. And that is an immense feeling of relief that you know someone knows what you're going through and they're feeling it too. Getting out of your head. That's another thing that I've been doing because the thoughts, and I've talked about this ad nauseum before. Where do our thoughts go? Oh my God, he's going to die in the hospital. What if it gets worse? What if he gets transferred to this? That's where the thoughts go. I can realize that, and I am working on taking my own advice, stepping back from the thoughts that are not telling me anything, because the thoughts don't even know what's going to happen. 3 weeks ago, I couldn't have predicted this at all. So I can't predict what's going to happen. There could be a miracle. There could be a huge recovery. If my dad can beat the infection, which is the only thing that is keeping him disoriented and agitated, then he can get out of it. So I don't know what's going to happen. I need to step out of my way, get out of my head, and do things that are concrete and ask myself, what can I do right now? What can I do about this? And talk about it. Talk about it to the people who love you, because they are going to listen and offer support. And that's what we need in times of high duress. And I am going through high duress right now. So I am in appreciation of my family and my friends and everyone that's offering support. Even people on Periscope and Facebook, people that have never met in actual life, are sending prayers and being so supportive. I'm like, thank you. Oh my God, there's so many nice people in the world. Acknowledging that I need to reserve my strength. So the Thursday after I thought I was going to say goodbye to my dad, and it ended up that I didn't say goodbye. The next day, usually I normally work out on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I didn't have the energy, and I knew I didn't have it, so I didn't force it. I didn't say I'm going to work out no matter what. No, I said, no, I'm going to sleep in. I'm going to try to rest, because I need my energy to get me through the emotions that I'm experiencing. So we have to acknowledge that we have energy and that we have to conserve it for when the times get tougher, or even when the times get better, and you can pour that energy into it. And lastly on this, acknowledging that it's out of our hands. It really is out of my hands. There's nothing we can do. And that goes back to the helplessness that I was talking about earlier. That's one aspect. And then the last thing I want to cover is losing somebody that you love, but that hasn't passed. Someone that has chosen to be out of your life. Someone that you love and doesn't want to talk to you for whatever reason. That is just as painful. But again, acknowledge your grief. Acknowledge that there's nothing you can do about it if you've done all the options to try to get that person to communicate with you. Losing someone in any way, whether it's someone leaving your life or someone dying, it's all painful, and it's part of the grief of life, part of what all of us as human beings have to experience. And I don't know what's going to happen with me, but I know that eventually I am going to be saying goodbye. Hopefully not for some months or maybe a year. I don't know. I can't even guess. But for all of you who have lost someone, I'm sorry that you've gone through it, but I know that you've made it and you've survived and you've come out on the other side. For those of you who will lose someone in the future, I hope you get all the strength that you need to deal with that loss. And let's all reach out to the people that we love and gain strength from that. And to really know that no matter what, we're all going to make it. Our time will eventually come one day, but we will make it. We will get through it, no matter how hard it is. And we will live again. We'll smile. We'll call that person and remember all the good times of that person eventually when we have gone through the grief. So that's where I am today. I didn't want to skip a video, and I didn't want to talk about something that wasn't pertinent to what I was going through right now. So this is it. I know this, if you're the first time watcher for this, you're like, what? Okay, this is a downer. Watch my other videos before you decide this is a downer. This is just me being me and expressing what I'm feeling. I think you all have to see all sides. of me, and we all have many sides, not just the happy-go-lucky high. We all have sad sides too. All right, you guys, thank you. Subscribe if you like this channel, and don't go by only this one. Go look at my other videos. Share it on if you know someone is going through a very difficult time as well. Maybe they'll get some comfort from this. And look for me next week. Until then, make every moment count. Bye.